You wouldn't believe how many times celebrities call up, they have other people dial the phone for them.
Well, I mean, listen, celebrities for the most part are an emotional and mentally handicapped breed.
You know what? It's funny because in the last 3 weeks, I would say there was only 2 guys that dialed their own phone, and that would be 2 Chicago guys, you, Chris Klein, and Gary Sinise.
Because they're salt of the earth or down-home guys.
Well, let's give it up for Chicago guys.
Yeah, they know the 312.
It's absolutely fantastic to be here. I got to tell you, I'm looking at the lake right now. It's one of the most beautiful Chicago days I think I've ever seen in my life.
And you're very lucky because it's going to be mostly sunny and 76 today.
Yeah, I came at a good time. We had a blast last night at CS Social event with Men's Book Chicago up at the Penthouse party.
All right, let's talk about that. You're on the cover of Men's Book. I mean, you're a good-looking man. Do you wake up in the morning and say to yourself, wow, I'm a good-looking guy?
No, I don't think that. Although I selfishly I hope that other people think so because it's how I put food on my table. And I hope that doesn't sound too vain. It just it comes with the business. Although I got to tell you, I'm really I'm kind of I do a lot of comedy, and the truth is, I mean, let's be honest, I'm a grown man who wears makeup for a living.
Right.
So let's not take myself too seriously.
Yes.
Do you get the facials? Because Pete won't get a facial, but I think if you want to keep...
Don't mess with that.
No, I don't do the facials. I will never, ever
Really?
get a manicure or a pedicure. Never.
There's no mani. There's no petty. There's no facials. No. That's there are certain things in this life that are reserved for women, and I believe that they're reserved for women so that women have a chance to blow off some steam and take it easy and maybe reprogram themselves so they don't kill us.
See, Jane,
I like that.
This is the beauty of a Chris Klein, if I can talk about you like you're not on the phone.
Yeah, man.
You're a guy's guy. You played high school football, but you're a good-looking dude, and women love you. Guys want to hang out with you. Women love you. It's kind of like the Clooney factor.
Well, listen, I hope so because I love women and I love hanging out with dudes and chilling. So
there you have it.
I really hope that that's the case, and I couldn't be happier. Every minute that I get to be in this city, I just love it more and more and more and more and more, and to come back. Any chance I get is just a beautiful, beautiful experience. So thank you guys for having me on, man. I'm stoked to be here. Although I do have one beef.
Bring it.
You need an Italian beef?
I do. Yeah, you got it. You have it already. You have the joke already.
You got to go dipped if you're going to do it today.
I'm going dipped for sure. You don't do it if you don't do dip.
Absolutely. Dipped in peppers, or you're not Chicago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that was easy. Are you going to run on the lakeshore?
I am absolutely going to run on the lakeshore. As a matter of fact, on the itinerary, that is up next. Because we were up late at the party. We were rocking and rolling, and people over at Men's Book brought in some pretty fancy folks. It was just a stunning event, and I'm grateful to be here. Grateful to be talking to you guys.
Well, fancy people get facials.
I'm telling you.
He's not getting a facial.
I'm just saying the people in Chicago that you met at the Men's Book, they all got facials.
Do you think that they got facials?
No.
For you.
Let me
for
just
you.
tell you, I know the people at Men's Book. I've been over there. It's only a block away. It's right over on Hubbard, and they're good people, and they're not facial guys. Let me tell you. They're guys.
And even if, listen, even if there were a few, let's say, that didn't get the memo that facials are only for women, I can assure you that I was not one of them.
We're talking with Chris Klein. He's on the cover of Men's Book. It's all over Chicago. Now, I have to ask you, when did you move from Chicago? Did you move? You went to high school in, was it Nebraska?
It was, yes. I went to high school in Omaha, Nebraska. My dad, who was from the south side here, right by Marquette Park.
Okay.
Sox fan.
That's it. And And my mother, who was born and raised in LaGrange, just off Ogden Avenue by San Francis Xavier.
Right.
Look at you. You know your streets, brother.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and we were raised. They raised us, me and my brother, and my sister, just off Ogden and Prairie in Brookfield.
Wow.
Okay.
By St. Barbara's Elementary School and church. There.
Everything is based by a church.
Oh, yeah. That's Chicago right there.
So Chicago. I love it.
Yeah. I'm a huge baseball fan, and though my dad was raised White Sox, he was kind enough to raise me Cubs.
Nice.
No.
Good for you.
He was kind enough to raise me Cubs. The first baseball game that I ever went to was Cubs Pirates at Wrigley Field. Barry Bonds was playing center field for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh, wow. I'm genuflecting right now, making the sign of the cross.
Absolutely.
And, Chris, the American Reunion, is that it for the American Pie movies? Is that the last one?
Brother, I got to tell you, that is so above my pay grade. I have no idea. When they put one of these together, I'm just kind of looking at the mailbox, waiting for the invite, so to speak.
Right, you just answer the phone.
That is great.
And I'm really grateful to be a part of this one. I give a whole heck of a lot of credit to John Hurwitz and Hayden Schlossberg, the writer-directors of this edition, because they did such a beautiful job bringing this franchise back to its roots from the first movie.
Every time I see that first movie, I feel like I need to make love to an apple pie.
That's the way I feel.
Right. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that later today.
Those are guys that aren't getting facials. We're too busy dealing with apple pies. And
they have apple facials.
Well, you could see him in all the American Pie movies. He plays Drew on Wilfred on FX, and of course on the cover of Men's Book all over Chicago. Chris, really a pleasure to talk to you.
Likewise, guys. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm really stoked to be in Chicago and stoked to be talking to you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, brother.
Enjoy the city.
Next time we'll have you up in studio.
Yeah.
Hey, done and done. It's a deal. We'll do it.
Never have I ever had sex in public.
Really? Oh, come on. You are such a prude.